There we go, we're back. Is it over for the crypto market? Is a question I've been flooded with this week. And in this week's live stream, I'm going to explain what my vision is about it and why you shouldn't stress, okay? Because when I'm looking at all of the questions, I think the majority of the questions come from people who are maybe new to the space, or maybe they went into the space with a different perspective than, in my opinion, you should have when you are approaching the market. Remember, nothing in this video will be financial advice. It will be educational purpose only. If you're new to the channel and you don't know me yet, my name is Camille. I also go by the name of Trading Wizard. And on this channel, I share more about the reality of day trading instead of all of the nonsense you see online. Like free signal groups, call groups, and all of the stuff. Oh wait, let me quickly put my phone off. Hop. Oh, no. Yeah, okay. When I'm looking at this, I made more than 950x in the markets publicly, and now I share what it really takes in order to make it in the space. So keep watching until the end, because I'm going to do a full market update as well. Now, what I want everyone to understand is this. When we're looking at the markets, we are currently in a pretty hard downtrend. This is something, if you are a watcher every single week of the streams, you know that we shorted the markets all the way from here, all the way towards this level here. This one right here, I was not a big part of. Why? Because for me, I made the majority of the profits here, and I wanted to wait. This is something that I'm still doing now. I am waiting. And I'm going to explain to you after this exactly why I'm waiting. What I want you to understand first is that when you're looking at the markets, this is the moment where you don't want to step away from the crypto space. What a lot of people do is they approach the crypto markets in the exact opposite way. Okay, the exact opposite way of how, in my opinion, you should approach it. This is the moment when they run away. This is the moment when they join. Okay, run away, join. Run away, join. No scammers in the market, full scammers in the market. No scammers in the market, full scammers in the market. This is the moment when you come. This is the moment when you actually get the money, and this is the moment where you get cooked. So what I want all of you to understand is, when we're looking at the previous cycle, guys, so this entire cycle here, I made more than 460x on a single investment here. It's called Luna, okay? When I'm looking at this one, at the end of the day, I still made more money right here to here than I made here to here. And again, I made more than 460x. Why? Because trading-wise, this brings a lot of opportunities with it, okay? And this is something that you should understand. There's a very big difference in traders and investors. And this is something that, by accident, a lot of people mix up with each other. They approach the market and they don't separate from themselves if they want to be a trader or an investor. And this is something that you have to do before you do anything. One of the biggest reasons for this is because when you're looking at this, people, they start trading, now they buy a token, and the market goes against them. Instead of thinking, hey, the market goes against me, I'm a trader, so I should go out here because I need to have a stop loss, they think, oh yeah, you know what, it is still a good project, so I will just keep I will just keep the money in the trade, okay? They end up losing most of the time. What I want you to understand is, every single time when you are approaching day trading, I want you to approach it as a trader. And as a trader, it doesn't matter if the market goes down, okay? It doesn't matter. Why? Because at the end of the day, we have something called shorting. This is something that you have to leverage when you are in such a market. And in such a market, the opportunities are endless. Now, something I want you to understand, if we inverse the chart, okay? So I flipped the chart. This is just a massive up run, okay? And this is how I like to view it as a trader. Because at the end of the day, I've longed it from here all the way towards here. From a trading perspective, that's a pretty decent trade. Okay, that is what I want to do, and I know that at the end of the day, there is price action all the way towards here, with all kind of previous levels that I can play it to. So it doesn't matter if the market goes down more, because there's price action here that I can play with, there's price action here that I can play with, there's price action here, that I can play with, and there's price action here that I can play with. Now, one of the biggest differences when you compare this to a bull market is in a bull market, you have something called uncharted price territory. And that means that when the price is, for example, let's replay it. When the price is here, we don't know anymore where to take profit. You do know where you can put your stop, but the only problem is you don't know anymore where you can take profit, okay? Everyone who tells you, no, it's easy, just take out the FIP tool or take this, is just saying nonsense, okay? They are most probably just wanting you to sign up to their exchange broker or anything else, okay? Or in their shitty call group. When you're looking at this, one of the biggest benefits of shorting is that you always have a level to play it towards. And this is something that I have been doing with my entire group the last couple of months, okay? Again, there are endless opportunities here. Now, one of the biggest shifts that you need to make for yourself is just understand, hey, at the end of the day, I have to approach it now from a trader's perspective. In this market, I'm sorry, you cannot do signal groups anymore. You cannot really do call groups anymore because all of the shit tokens your favorite influencer in a rented Lamborghini is going to give you will most probably plummet because the crypto markets are plummeting, okay? Again, they don't have any knowledge about shorting or about trading, so they won't be able to show you how to play it towards the downside. This is why you need to take ownership for yourself and be able to look at the markets for yourself. Now, when you're looking at this, again, this of course translates into the entire market. So when we're looking at Sol, massive down move. When you're looking at all of the tokens on Solana, same thing, massive down move. When we're looking at ETH, same thing, massive down move. All of these things are things that you could have known if you watched the live stream every single Sunday. Yeah, because you can literally watch back from the first live stream, we were doing it here, okay? When we're looking at this, again, from a market overview perspective, what do we currently have, okay? By the way, I don't know how many people are watching because I cannot see it here. If you're watching this, don't forget to like the channel. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you want to know more about how I approach the market and what I do, you can always go below. There's a school link. Just apply there for the school. Every single week, I sit down and I see, okay, why do some people want to enter the school? If you have a good reason, you will be let in. And there you can see exactly what I'm doing and how I'm approaching the market with ranges, okay? So if you want to do that, make sure that you apply there. If you get rejected, I'm sorry to tell you, you won't have another chance in. So make sure that at the first time when you are applying, you put in some effort, okay? Again, when we're looking at this, guys, this is the S&P, yes, S&P. Pretty important at the moment since BTC, the majority of the time now, it's following the S&P, but then basically on steroids. So one of the first things that we do is we see how does the S&P behave. The entire move we took here from BTC, we literally have to thank the S&P for it, since this was our main leader, and this is one of the main reasons why we made so much money on BTC. When we're looking at this down move here, guys, we are currently back on the low of this range. This is the breakout range. We made that one in the previous week. And I said, if we hold above, then we have to see, are we going to reclaim back inside of this one? If not, we have to open up this range right here. It didn't happen. We are still here. But what I want you to understand is we can easily just can view this as a retest and move down towards here. Exactly the same for the people who are in the free school. I said, listen, if we don't get a reclaim above this, then this entire pump that we got here, oh, shit. Yeah. Oh, fuck. The entire pump that we had right here doesn't really matter, okay? This one. It didn't really matter because at the end of the day, we cannot call it a reclaim of the range if it didn't reclaim the mid, okay? And it didn't reclaim the mid, so at the end of the day, this was just one big deviation, and it can do exactly the same for this one, all depending on tomorrow, okay? So we have to make sure that we are looking at it at that tomorrow. When we're looking at BTC, it is exactly the same thing. what I said to all of my people who are learning about range trading, all of my wizards, they have an exercise now to learn about the market structure of this previous range. And this is something that you always have to do when you're looking at your strategy. If you're looking at a strategy, the strategy is one, but one of the biggest things, the underlying things that not a lot of people will tell you is that everything is about the market structure in the strategy. Way more important than the entire strategy itself. So when I'm applying the strategy here, it's all about what kind of market structure do I get in this one. For example, we have this range here. 85% of the price action in this range is at the lower range. The other 15% is at the range here. Every single time when we were at the upper side of the range, the price spiked up pretty quickly, okay? Very quick spikes. When the price was here, it actually stays here. Exactly the same thing for this one here, okay? So what can we most probably expect now is that we have longer price action on the low, fast price action here. Again, this will be revealed most probably when we have the price action of tomorrow right here, okay? So are we going to reclaim it tomorrow or are we going to stay here at the lower side of this range? Again, then you have to study the price action of this range here. How much of the market structure was in the low? How much of the market structure was in the high? These are things where you constantly have to separate all of the things inside of the range. There is, for me, nothing at the moment to be bullish about. At the end of the day, we are still in a massive downtrend. Nothing has reclaimed. Again, everyone loves to be the guy who says, you see, and I was the guy who perfectly got the dip. At the end of the day, it's not about being right, but it is about being about making money. And the majority of those guys who maybe one time find the perfect low, they got a stop loss here, 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 because every single time they were trying to catch the bottom. While they were doing that, I was just massively shorting and playing with the trend inside of the ranges, and I made money all the way towards here, until we have the actual confirmation that we are breaking this market structure towards the downside. For now, we are not even close to breaking that market structure. So am I going to look for any longs now? Fuck no. I will wait, okay? Do we get a reclaim above this and do we get back inside of this previous range here? That is when I will potentially look for any longs, okay? So do I potentially miss this 5% move here if we go up? Yes. Completely fine with it. Because I don't want to waste all of my profits that I made here on trying to catch the bottom here, okay? Never ever try to catch a falling knife. Wait until it fell on the ground and you get the confirmations that you can safely pick it up. My confirmations are all the way towards here. Do you get maybe some right price action here for a fast spike towards here? Yes, but I rather have a actual reliable range to actually play it in. This is something that we have discussed in the previous week, where I said the price was heading towards here, and I said, hey, when we are studying the price action of this here, compared to the price action here, every single time here it was a fast move in and out, and it never actually stayed at the low. Again, was all dropped in the free school. Maybe you should have been in there. I said, fuck it, I'm not going to look for any longs because most probably it will break down. The day after, we broke down pretty massively, okay? Again, when I'm looking at this, at the end of the day, this will be the most important range for me now. Until we are back inside of this, I don't have to look at this price action here. This price action will be the only thing I'm looking at for the upcoming week, unless, of course, we are breaking into this one. For multiple updates, you have to be in the free school, okay? When I'm looking at this, this translates into the entire market. So we have the exact same price action on Sol, and we have the exact same price action on ETH, and basically on the entire markets in general, okay? When I'm looking at this, for me, the most clear price action I get now is from BTC. So what do? I will just constantly be trading BTC until I get clear price action waved into the entire markets again, okay? When I'm looking at this, again, multiple sectors are taking a hit. The AI sector as well, something we already had discussed as well. Again, the majority of the moves that I'm currently looking at is right here. I cannot emphasize it enough. Instead of being an absolute bitch now and being scared of what the market does, I want you to see all of the opportunities the market brings, okay? This is the moment when you want to go absolutely locked in on trading. When I'm looking at trading, this is not the moment here to be obsessing about trading. It is these kind of moments when you want to obsess about it. It's these kind of down moves where if you are actually a believer of the space, where you want to be obsessed about it. This is something you have to understand. You can make a lot of money in trading here, but again, you have to see it like this. When you're looking at trading, trading is your money generator, okay? Investing is your money multiplier. Generator, multiplier. Generator, multiplier, okay? When I'm looking at this, here I want to generate the money, put it in the multiplier, wait for the entire cycle to happen, and then shave it off. If I generate the money here, and I'm putting the money back inside of it while we are literally at the top, will it actually multiply the money? Most probably not. These are the moments where if you are actually a fan of it, you need to look at potentially scooping up. When you're looking at these kind of things, okay? Like the entire AI bubble, okay? When you're looking at it from a perspective of, hey, I'm actually a fan of it, then you should be very happy when the markets are tanking, okay? Because they were clearly very overvalued, like we have discussed in all of the previous streams, okay? Having a revenue of 13 to 20 billion, yeah, being valued at 300 billion, does it make sense? No. So for the market to have a very big hit then would be pretty good for you if you're an actual believer in it. The problem is that you have so many online dipshits who want to show you in their rented cars that you have to be inside of their call group and their things talking you into some imaginary trading life that you got distracted. All fine, don't worry about it, everyone makes mistakes, but make sure that when you are looking at the market, you are the only source of your own information. Don't take me now as, okay, he is the source of my information. No, I want you to learn about the space yourself so you can analyze the markets yourself, and you don't need anyone. You don't want to depend on anyone in this space, because then you're always one step behind instead of one step ahead, okay? So make sure that you become the main knowledge. Guys, this is the update for now. I hope that you guys liked it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Ciao, ciao.